Introduction. Have you ever felt that life is trying to tell you something, but you're not sure how to listen? Deep down, you know there's more to your existence than what you're experiencing right now. You may be stuck in a cycle, unsure of how to break free, feeling disconnected from the life you know you deserve. The truth is, you've always had the power to create the life you want, to manifest your deepest desires. But somewhere along the way, you forgot just how powerful you really are. What if I told you that the key to unlocking your full potential lies within you? That the life you've always dreamed of isn't out of reach, but waiting for you to step into it. Imagine waking up every day feeling aligned with your purpose, knowing that you are co-creating your reality with the universe. This isn't a distant fantasy. It's a reality that is available to you right now, and it's all about tapping into the quantum energy that surrounds us. Quantum manifestation isn't just about wishing for things to appear. It's about realigning your energy with the vibration of what you want, tuning your frequency to that of your desires. It's about waking up to the truth that you are not a passive observer of your life, but an active creator with the right mindset and understanding. You can shift your reality in ways you've never imagined, but this journey requires something more, a deep, unwavering belief in yourself. It requires letting go of the old stories, the limiting beliefs, and emotional baggage that has held you back for so long. Once you release these barriers, you open yourself up to limitless possibilities. You'll begin to see that the world isn't happening to you. It's responding to the energy you're putting out into it. So, I invite you to join me on this transformative journey. In the next few moments, you'll discover how to manifest your dreams with ease, align your energy with abundance, and create a life that reflects your true potential. You are ready for this. Your new reality is waiting for you, and all it takes is the courage to believe in the power of your own energy. Chapter 1. Releasing the Old Self. As human beings, we often carry the weight of our past experiences. Whether it's the trauma of a loss, mistakes made, or a moment of pain, these memories remain imprinted on our being, shaping the identity we carry. But to experience the transformation that quantum manifestation promises, it's necessary to release this old self, the self that lived bound to the past. We are trapped in this limiting identity, not by conscious choice, but by patterns that have been embedded in our psyche over the years. It's as if we're carrying invisible baggage, the straps made of fears, insecurities, and traumas. Each of these elements becomes an anchor, preventing us from growing. To change our reality, we first need to realize that we're stuck in a version of ourselves that no longer serves our life's purpose. The first step is to let go of that identity. When we release the old self, we can access a more authentic version of ourselves, one that is in tune with the universe's energy flows. How can we do this? The process begins with awareness. Whenever the old self reappears, whether through limiting thoughts or negative emotions, we must recognize these patterns and let them go. Release meditations like the letting go technique are powerful tools in this process. By practicing this meditation, we begin to feel the weight of the old identity dissolve, allowing the new self to emerge. As we release the past, we create space for a new reality to be manifested. It's important to understand that releasing the old self doesn't mean erasing our history, but freeing ourselves from the chains imposed. Pain, shame, and guilt are burdens we need to let go of so that we can access our true potential. When we stop defining ourselves by our mistakes or past experiences, we open the doors to the abundance the universe has to offer. This is what quantum manifestation is really about, a clear space where the new reality can be created. By practicing detachment from the old self, we also begin to expand our consciousness. This process is a spiritual awakening, as it connects us to the essence of our being, beyond physical and emotional limitations. The act of letting go is a vital first step in making a quantum leap in our journey. And as we know, a quantum leap is what takes us to new levels of consciousness, allowing the law of attraction to work more smoothly and powerfully. Therefore, releasing the old self is key to unlocking a new reality. And as we take this first step, we begin to realize that we are in harmony with the quantum energy of the universe, ready to manifest abundance and fulfill our deepest desires. This prepares us for the next step, which is understanding how we can break free from the ties of the past and create space for something completely new and empowering. Chapter 2. Breaking the Loop of the Past. When we find ourselves repeating old emotional patterns, It feels like we're trapped in an endless cycle, like a song that we can't stop playing. Often, we carry feelings of guilt, fear, or shame that keep us bound to our history, preventing us from moving forward and living fully in the present. These emotions aren't just memories. They are energetic forces that continue to be fueled every time we pay attention to them. The first thing we must understand is that the emotional cycle of the past doesn't need to be continuous. If we don't interrupt it, it becomes a loop that repeats itself and limits us. This loop creates a constant emotional state that prevents us from accessing a new reality. When we remain in these negative emotional states, we are, in fact, feeding the past and rejecting the possibility of a different future. This is where awareness becomes essential. By becoming aware of these patterns and feelings, we can start to see how they repeat in our lives. This doesn't happen by chance, but because we are unconsciously tuned to these energies. Often, we are so accustomed to living in this negative emotional state that we don't even notice how it influences us on a daily basis. Recognizing this is the first step to breaking the cycle. A powerful tool to break this loop is the practice of emotional release meditation. This helps us deconstruct the feelings from the past and allows us to let go of the emotional weight holding us back. Creative visualization can also be useful. Imagine yourself freeing yourself from these old patterns, creating a new reality where guilt, fear, and shame have no place. By doing this, you begin to alter your vibrational frequency and prepare the ground for something new. But what happens when we start breaking this cycle? We begin to create space for the new. When we stop identifying with the emotional patterns of the past, we are, in fact, creating a vacuum, a gap that needs to be filled with something new and expansive. This is when quantum manifestation comes into play. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds to our change in vibration and starts aligning external circumstances with the new frequency we are emitting. And as we break this loop, we take the next step toward a life of abundant manifestation, where reality aligns with our new vibrational patterns. It's as if the universe has been waiting for us to make this conscious choice to set ourselves free. The moment we manage to break free from the cycle of the past, we create a new field of possibilities. And as this happens, our consciousness begins to expand, preparing us for the next stages of our transformation journey. Chapter 3. Understanding Quantum Physics. Have you ever thought about how the reality you live in is shaped by your own perception? This is not just a philosophical idea, but a deep scientific discovery from quantum physics. The famous observer effect theory reveals something fascinating. The mere act of observing something can influence reality. This is not a metaphor, but a phenomenon proven in scientific experiments, like the double-slit experiment. This theory tells us that reality at a quantum level is not fixed, but malleable, responding to our observations and state of consciousness. Sounds strange? Well, imagine a universe where possibilities are constantly flowing, waiting to be collapsed into a specific form by our minds. This means that instead of being mere observers of reality, we are co-creators of it. What we see in the outside world is a direct reflection of what we believe, feel, and emanate at an energetic level. Quantum physics not only validates this idea, but places it at the center of our ability to transform reality. If our energy and perception can change reality around us, imagine what we can manifest when we become aware of this power. Now, when we apply these concepts of quantum manifestation, we see that the key to altering our reality is not only in the actions we take, but in how we are vibrating. The state of our consciousness affects the energy particles around us. When we align our vibration with what we want to manifest, we create a resonance that allows the universe to deliver exactly what we are vibrating. This is a true paradigm shift, where physics shows us that our reality is not something beyond our control, but something we can influence directly with our mind and energy. Here's a practical example. Imagine you are trying to manifest a new job. If you're constantly feeling insecure, doubting your abilities, or believing that it will never happen for you, your vibration will be aligned with scarcity and doubt. However, if you start changing your mindset, believing that you are already aligned with the frequency of success and abundance, you'll begin attracting opportunities that resonate with this new energy. Quantum physics teaches us that reality responds to who we are, not to who we pretend to be. But it's not just about changing superficial thoughts. It's about a deep alignment of our energy with the frequency we wish to manifest. Expanding our consciousness is directly tied to our ability to change our reality, because the more expansive and aware we are, the more tuned we become to the infinite possibilities of the universe. This also leads us to understand that manifestation is not a matter of doing, but of being, an energetic alignment with what we desire. And the good news? All of this is within our reach. Quantum physics shows us that by changing our state of being, we can change external conditions that limit us. But how can we apply this in daily life? The practice of quantum meditation, for example, is a powerful tool to begin creating this internal transformation. By meditating and focusing on our vibration, we can literally alter the energetic frequency we emit, adjusting to manifest the conditions we desire in our lives. Chapter 4. Becoming the new you. Sometimes, the transformation we seek is not in becoming someone entirely new, but in shedding the person we once were. The concept of unbecoming is fundamental to quantum manifestation. It's like a flower shedding its dry petals to allow something more vibrant and beautiful to emerge. The process of becoming your new self is not about changing your essence, but rather releasing the layers of the past that limit you. By doing this, you make space for a version of yourself that is more aligned with your true nature. This can be challenging because we often hold on to who we are, to the identity we've built over the years, without realizing it no longer serves us. Our identity is often shaped by the roles we play in life: the child, the friend, the professional, the spouse. And when these roles begin to feel limiting, our ability to manifest a new reality diminishes. Transformation, then, is not about changing who you are, but about letting go of who you are no longer. How can we do this practically? The first step is becoming aware of who we are being in the moment. Notice the limiting beliefs you hold about yourself. Perhaps you've grown used to seeing yourself as someone incapable of achieving certain goals, or maybe you carry the idea that some things are just not for you. This is the time to question those identities. Ask yourself, who am I really beyond the labels I carry? By letting go of these limiting identities, you begin to open up a vast field of possibilities. One powerful tool for this process is creative visualization. By visualizing the new you, you can connect with the energy of that identity and start embodying it in daily life. Imagine what it would be like to live life without the weight of the past, without the limiting labels. Feel the freedom of this new version of yourself. This not only helps speed up the process of transformation, but also aligns your energy with the reality you wish to create. You begin to become a more authentic and expansive version of yourself. However, it's important to remember that transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process of release and growth. As you begin to detach from the old self, new opportunities begin to emerge. Internal change begins to reflect externally, and you realize you are starting to manifest things that once seemed impossible. This happens because you are now aligned with a higher frequency, capable of accessing realities that once seemed distant or impossible. By becoming the new you, you begin to realize that everything you need is already inside you. The universe is not outside of you. It responds to who you are, not to who you try to be. This energetic alignment is a key to opening doors to new realities. And as you align with this more authentic version of yourself, you begin to understand the next step in your journey: the importance of raising your vibration to continue manifesting your deepest dreams. Chapter 5. The role of vibration. Have you ever thought about how everything in the universe, including you, is pure vibration? Vibration is the secret language of the universe. Everything you see, touch, and feel exists on a unique energetic frequency. This means that your reality is not just determined by your actions, but by the vibration you emit. Quantum manifestation is not about doing more or trying harder, but about tuning into the frequency of what you truly desire. In other words, true manifestation happens when you align your energy with the frequency of what you wish to attract, rather than forcing or striving for it. Think of vibration as a radio wave. Each radio station emits a unique frequency, and you can only hear what you're tuned into. The same happens with our energy. If you are tuned into the frequency of scarcity, that's what you'll attract. If you are tuned into the frequency of abundance, love, or success, the universe will reflect those vibrations to you. The law of attraction is not magical, but a direct reflection of your vibration. You are always attracting what is in resonance with your energy. So, How can we raise our vibration? The key lies in self-awareness and daily practices of energy alignment. Simple things like deep breathing, practicing gratitude, and focusing on positive thoughts can elevate our frequency. Another powerful way to shift our vibration is through music. Did you know that certain types of music, like 432 hertz music, can help recalibrate our energy and raise our vibration? Similarly, positive affirmations like, "I am worthy of receiving abundance," or "I am in harmony with the universe," are effective tools to tune our mind and heart to the frequency of our desires. Of course, in addition to these external practices, there's also the importance of our inner perception. How we feel is a thermometer of our vibration. If you're feeling bad, sad, or frustrated, it's a sign that your vibration is out of alignment with what you desire to manifest. But on the other hand, when you feel peaceful, grateful, and optimistic, you are in harmony with the energy of the universe. That's why it's essential to dedicate ourselves to transforming our emotional states, so they become allies in the manifestation process. A simple example of how this works can be seen when you decide to manifest a healthy, loving relationship. If you constantly think you don't deserve love or feel lonely, this vibration will send that energy to the universe. However, if you see yourself as deserving of love, feel gratitude for the relationships you already have, and align with the idea that love is flowing to you, your energy will begin to resonate with that frequency, and situations and people who match that vibration will begin to appear in your life. By understanding that vibration is everything, you realize that manifestation is much simpler than society usually makes it seem. It's not about effort or struggle, but about tuning into the frequency of what you want to attract. When you start practicing this, you realize that the universe is not something external to you. It's an extension of your own being. And as your vibration aligns, the reality around you begins to shift naturally. Now, you're on the right track for the next step, shifting your timeline. Chapter 6. Shifting timelines. Now that you understand how to release the old self, break the emotional loops of the past, shift your vibration, and become a more authentic version of yourself, we're ready for a deeper step, changing the timeline of your life. Sounds out of the ordinary, doesn't it? But this is one of the most powerful keys of quantum manifestation, the ability to literally change your life's timeline. And how is that possible? Well, the answer lies in how our reality is formed. At a quantum level, time is not a straight line. Contrary to what classical physics teaches us, time is malleable, and the timeline of your life is just one of infinite possibilities that can unfold depending on your energy, thoughts, and choices. This means that by shifting your vibration and expanding your consciousness, you're not just attracting new opportunities, you're also altering the path that your life will take. This process is, in essence, the act of shifting timelines. This phenomenon can be compared to a journey where, by making a conscious decision and aligning your energy with a new reality, you leave behind a version of your life and begin to walk a new path. It's as if you have the ability to leap into a better version of your own life, where the difficulties of the past no longer limit your potential. This happens as you align with a higher frequency, capable of accessing realities that once seemed distant or impossible. When you do this, you realize you're no longer tied to the past. The reality around you begins to align in a way that feels magical, but in reality, it's the reflection of your internal transformation. The people you meet, the opportunities that appear, and even the daily circumstances begin to adjust with your new vibration. All this occurs because you stopped operating on a limited timeline and started navigating a more expansive reality where anything is possible. For example, imagine you were stuck in a timeline of financial struggles, constantly feeling like you didn't have enough. But by releasing limiting beliefs and aligning with the energy of abundance, you begin to notice opportunities arising more abundantly. The people you meet, the ideas that emerge, and even the challenges that once seemed insurmountable begin to dissolve. This is a real change in your timeline, a transition from a space of scarcity to one of abundance. However, shifting timelines isn't something that happens automatically. It requires action and consistency. The daily practice of aligning with your new vibration is essential to ensure you stay on this expanded timeline. Over time, you begin to realize that your life is much more than a series of predestined events. You are the creator of your own reality, and with every conscious decision you make, You're truly shaping the timeline of your life. Therefore, shifting timelines is one of the greatest forms of manifestation. When you align with the frequency of what you desire, you're not only attracting the reality of your dreams, but you're literally changing the path your life will follow. And as you reflect on your journey, you realize that true transformation is what happens within. With that, you prepare to continue creating and manifesting realities more aligned with your expansive and authentic self. Conclusion. Now that you understand profound power you have to create the life you desire, I want to leave you with this. The journey of quantum manifestation is not about chasing something outside yourself. It's about discovering the incredible power that has always existed within you. The universe responds to your energy, to the vibration you emit, and when you align with your true self, everything begins to shift. Your reality is not a set path. It's a constantly evolving journey, and you are the one who decides where it leads. So, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what kind of life am I ready to create? The universe is waiting for you to step into your power. If you're ready to manifest your dreams, to align your energy with the abundance you deserve, and to live in harmony with the universe, take that first step now. Subscribe to the channel, activate the notifications, and let's walk this transformative journey together. Your new reality is waiting for you to claim it. Are you ready to step into it?